you, and we are back ready to answer your computer, technical, streaming, and cybersecurity questions. Hey, if you have questions, now's your chance to get them answered for free. 772-340-1590 is the number, 772-340-1590. Or you can head on over to our website, fasterpc.com. At the very top of the page, we have a button that says Live Technical Support. If you click on that button on the left-hand side, you'll see various ways that you can actually get live technical support, including giving us a call and we can help you. Or we have direct booking links where you can schedule an on-site or schedule a remote support session or schedule an emergency in-shop session. We also have a web form that you can fill out. But on the right side, we show the various ways that you can listen to and watch this show, because this show is not only on the radio on WPSL 1590 AM, we're also simultaneously streaming this to Facebook and YouTube. You can actually not only hear the show, but also watch the show as we answer questions. As we go over that, you'll be able to see the steps that we go through. And we have a great show lined up for you today, including one of the things we're going to be showing is how you can actually watch the Stanley Cup Finals. So you'll want to learn about that. Just stay tuned, because in just a minute or so we're going to be talking about that. We will be actually showing you actually a scam, and this is a Facebook scam, and how to be alert, how to know whether that this is a scam, how to realize that this is a scam and not fall prey to this scam. We also will be answering a question. Of course, we can answer your questions. Your questions could be on any topic. They don't have to be on the topics that I'm laying out right now, but they could be on any topic. But we'll be actually talking about that and answering those questions for you. And again, any topic, we have some things that we are going to go over today. We're going to go over these whether you have questions or not. We'll go over your questions also, though. If we can't get everything or fit everything into this show while it's on the radio, we actually just extend the show out on the live stream and we just continue it, because there are certain things that we do need to get done. We will be going over the Microsoft and Adobe Patch Tuesday updates that just came out, and we'll be going over the biggest, most critical cybersecurity threats that we're seeing out there right now, so that you can take proactive measures to protect your computers, your computer network, and your data. But first up, we're actually going to talk about the Stanley Cup. How do you watch the Stanley Cup Finals? And especially if you don't have cable TV. If you have cable TV, well, hopefully you have a platform that includes TNT, because the Stanley Cup Finals are on TNT. Unfortunately, they're not on a major over-the-air broadcast. Many of the sporting events are on a major broadcast where you can actually go out and get a digital antenna and you can watch. This is not. So this is actually aired, and Game 5 will be tonight, by the way, at 8 p.m. And you'll be able to see the Florida Panthers take on the Edmonton Oilers. And so 8 p.m. tonight. And this will be on TNT and also on Max, or HBO Max. Now, there are some ways that you can take part in this. You can watch this for free, even if you don't have cable TV. Many of the cable TV substitute packages carry TNT and or Max, and you can actually subscribe. There are actually trials of most of these. And what are we talking about? We're talking about DirecTV. We're talking about Sling TV. We're talking about also Fubo plus and Hulu plus live TV, live sports, or Hulu plus live TV, and also YouTube TV. So these all they carry TNT. They also have trials where you can actually try them out And if you like the service, you want to continue, you could do so. Obviously, you'll have to pay if you like it, but they do have free trials, and you could sign up for the free trial. And if you sign up for the free trial, then you don't have to actually continue that service. You also can subscribe directly to HBO Max, or they just call it Max. And that subscription is $16.99. And so you can actually go out there and you can subscribe to that. And again, $16.99 a month. You could subscribe for 1 month, or you could subscribe after that. They do also have, well, they have two plans. One is Max for $9.99 a month. And then they also have a plan that includes Disney and Hulu for $16.99 a month. So that's quite a package there. You get all the Disney stuff, and of course Disney they bought all the Fox, not television, but all the Fox movies. So when you get to around Christmas time, you want to watch Home Alone. Well, you might catch it on TV, but it's also going to be available on demand at Disney Plus. You also get Hulu, which is their live, and that's Hulu with no ads. So you can also get, they do have another plan that has, well, the plan, actually the $16.99 plan does have ads on Hulu, but they have another plan that's this Max Standard, Disney Plus Premium, and Hulu with no ads, and that is $29.99 a month. But again, you could subscribe just to the or the Max plan, and that is $9.99 a month. And what this will do is it'll get you access to all the content that is on Max, and it also gets you, including some of the live sports. They do have NBA, NHL, NCAA, March Madness, MLB, U.S. Soccer, NASCAR, Unrivaled, Roland Garros, college football, and premier cycling events live. So those all happen, and you can actually subscribe again to this. If you just wanted to subscribe to just Max, that's one way that you can get it. There are some of the sporting events that are available on TNT or on Max, and this would actually get there where you could actually watch that. And of course, if you do have a Roku device, you could also install that device there. I'll switch over. Let me get my streaming capture port open, and I'll actually switch over and show you the Roku device. So let's say we wanted to actually go out and get Max. Well, what do? We go and we do a search. And so we just search for Max. And so we see it right there. Now we can actually select this. There's also Max on the Roku channel. So we can actually install the app, or we can watch Max on the Roku channel. Now you do have a chance here to subscribe. We can open the app. Of course, if we open the app, since we're not a subscriber, I'm not a subscriber, they're going to probably ask me, hey, do you want to subscribe? And so we can click subscribe now, connect with your provider. So if you have cable TV or another service, you can actually, and sometimes even your mobile provider will provide you with Max, or your internet provider. You can also sign in if you already have an account. So if we click on subscribe, so we see again, we see a few plans here. We see basic with ads, $9.99. I can tell you, if you're watching a live event, you're going to have ads. So you would have to watch it after the fact to get no ads. So they do also have $16.99. This is standard. This is the version that does include NHL on TNT. It also includes NBA. It includes TBS. It includes NASCAR. And you have 30 downloads to watch on the go, full HD video, stream on 2 devices at once, and then they have a $20.99 plan. Stream on up to 4 devices, only 2 for sports. 4K, UHD, and Dolby Atmos are available. 100 downloads to watch on the go. That means you can watch it. You can download it on your device and then watch it later without internet. And live sports and CNN Max, and they have access to the same. There is a link on each of these to learn more as well. So it does tell you a little bit more about it, what you actually get for that. And let's go back, because we did also mention the other plan. So the lower price plan, the $9.99 a month, doesn't include the sports. So if you want to watch this game, this match coming up, you won't be able to do it that way. So the lowest price plan that they have is $16.99. There is another link. We'll provide that in the description of this video a little bit later. But there is another link where for $16.99, and it might be a promotional deal, you can get not only the Max, but you can also get Hulu and Disney. We'll provide that link for you so that you can actually watch that and you can see that. And again, you can go out here with Max, and you can also watch this directly on the Roku channel, although you would need a subscription for that as well. You're listening to a Faster PC radio here, heard every Saturday in the 10 o'clock hour right here on this station and stream live to our Facebook page. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back, ready to answer your computer questions. So you know what? If you have questions, well, we can't answer them unless you ask them. Our number, if you want to have your computer questions answered, is 772-340-5090. 772-340-5090. Also, you can type your questions into the comment section of our live Facebook video that's happening right now over at Facebook. You can go there, search for Faster PC. We have almost 23,000 likes. Or you just go to our website, fasterpc.com. Click on the link to listen to a Faster PC radio. We're here. We're ready to answer your computer questions, and we'll be right back to do that. Computer problems? You need a Faster PC. From the founding of our company, a Faster PC has provided our customers with quality service and computer products at competitive prices. We find that in the current economy, this is more important than ever. A Faster PC recently conducted a market survey and found that our prices are the least expensive in the area. Some of our competitors charge twice what we charge. Perhaps that's why more customers are turning to a Faster PC. We're helping our customers save money by repairing their computers rather than replacing them.
Now, wait a minute. You mean a Faster PC saves customers money?
A Faster PC offers the most competitive prices for computer repair in our area.
Wait a minute. Technicians that know what they're doing for less than the competition?
That's right. A Faster PC can handle anything from software installs, virus, spyware, and malware, and those annoying pop-ups, to QuickBooks, Metisoft, and SoftIn support, from wireless networks to hardware networks. Computer problems?
You need a Faster PC.
Conveniently located at 7186 South US 1, Port St. Lucie, and on the web at afasterpc.com. Call 878-5978. Computer problems? You need a Faster PC.
Microsoft has announced that they are ending support for Windows 10 October 14, 2025. If you continue to use Windows 10 after that point, your computer will be susceptible to security vulnerabilities. A Faster PC can upgrade most computers to Windows 11, even if Microsoft has told you that your computer isn't compatible, and we can even do so remotely without you needing to bring your computer in. Don't be a sitting duck for hackers. Let a Faster PC upgrade your computer. Computer problems?
You need a Faster PC.
When you need to protect your computer from hackers,
you need a Faster PC.
A Faster PC is located at 7190 South US 1 in Port St. Lucie, next to Dollar General.
And on the web at
www.afasterpc.com.
That's www.afasterpc.com. Computer problems?
Don't you know by now you need a Faster PC?
For more information, call 772-878-5978. Welcome back back to a Faster PC Radio. I know you've been waiting, a whole few minutes for the next segment of today's show. If you've been waiting to give us a call so that you can get your computer question answered, well, now's a great time to give us a call. Give us a call. The number here at the studio is 772-340-1590. 772-340-1590. Of course, if you're a little bit shy, maybe you don't want to call and be on the radio, this is your opportunity, by the way, if you do want to be on the radio. But if you're a little bit shy, maybe you don't want to be on the radio, you don't want people to hear what you say, then you can actually head over to our Facebook video. It's a live Facebook video going on right now. You can head over there. Just go to www.afasterpc.com. Click on the link to listen to a Faster PC Radio. That'll take you to our Facebook page. Or you can go to Facebook, search for a Faster PC. You'll find our page. We have between 22 and 23,000 likes. You'll be able to actually get over there, scroll down on the page a little bit. You'll see the live video, and you can type your question into the comment section. Now, your question doesn't have to be on what we've been talking about. It can be on any topic as long as it's computer related. So head over there and you can be on the show, or just give us a call, 772-340-1590. We did also want to remind you that we have technicians standing by ready to resolve computer problems. Our number in the shop is 772-878-5978, and we are located at 7190 South US 1 in Port St. Lucie. Again, the number is 772-878-5978. Computer problems?
You need a faster PC.
That's right, you do, and we are back ready to answer your computer, technical, streaming, and cybersecurity questions. Let me switch over, get my face on the video. If you're not watching the video right now, you can do that. Again, head over to our website, click on the link at the top. Live technical support. We have multiple ways that you can watch on the right side, including links to the live videos at Facebook and YouTube. I know people are watching those. Let me just switch over there real quick and see if we have any questions coming from either of those. So don't see any questions in the comment section there yet, but hey, you know what? If you have any questions, you can definitely type them into the comment section or give us a call, 772-340-1590, 772-340-1590. Now, Microsoft just dropped 66 new security patches, including one actively exploited zero-day threat. Now, a zero-day threat means that hackers are already using this to exploit and to break into systems and to compromise data. So you want to be aware of this. You want to take action. You want to actually take the precautions so that your systems are protected. If you're still using an old unsupported Windows version, you actually your computer is really at risk because you can't get and install these security updates. Adobe also dropped a massive 254 CVEs, or common vulnerabilities and exploits, with some allowing silent office attacks just by previewing an email. So here, listen, you want to stay tuned. We're going to break down these updates. We're going to show you which ones are the most dangerous. We're going to show you how you can patch these as well. So you know, we're here with a Faster PC Live technical support, and it's June Patch Tuesday 2025. Microsoft and Adobe just released a critical wave of updates. We've got 70 plus CVEs, or common vulnerabilities and exploits, in total, with 10 rated as critical. That's for the Microsoft patch. One is under active attack and another is publicly known. Hey, listen, if it's not being attacked yet, it will be soon. I can guarantee you that. Also, Adobe has a massive release of patches, patching 254 flaws, including a single fix that covers 225 XSS bugs. So we're going to dive in to the biggest threats and what you need to know, show you what you need to know right now. Here we go. So So with Microsoft, again, we're looking at 66 CVEs. Some additional ones are actually out there that are third party as well. So one of the big ones is titled CVE 2025 33053. It's the Web Dev RCE, or Remote Code Execution. This is the ghost of Internet Explorer strike again. This bug forces Windows to use depreciated IE in legacy mode. Just clicking a malicious link, it fully compromises the system. You want to patch now, and we actually talked about this last month as well. So there were patches available for this last month, and you want to make sure that you also are updating your computer. So if you have an older version of Windows 8, Windows 8.1, Windows 7 even, or if you're running server and you have server 2012, if you're running server 2012, you'll want to update those to a later version to make sure that your system is protected. There's also a Windows NetLog EOP. This is a critical bug. The attackers can take down or take over domain controllers. Domain controllers are used in businesses that have a server that functions as a domain controller by sending crafted auth request. This runs with elevated privileges, and Microsoft warns that exploitation is likely. Again, if you don't install the updates, you're a sitting duck. You're going to have problems in the near future, very likely. There's also an SMB client EOP. This is publicly known as well. All these publicly known threats, and by the way, once Microsoft releases these updates, all of them really to some extent become publicly known. But this one is publicly known by the hackers as of the time that Microsoft released the patches. So this is a publicly known bug. Just connecting a malicious SMB server gives system level code execution. So there's an Office RCE, or remote code execution, in the preview pane attack. There's 4 Office bugs this month exploit the preview pane. That's where, let's say, you're previewing a file. No clicking is required. You don't even have to open it. Just by previewing this malicious file, you actually are at risk. Microsoft expects exploitation within 30 days, so you want to patch your Microsoft Office versions ASAP. And by the way, if you're using a version of Microsoft Office that is no longer supported, which is 2013 and earlier, and soon 2016 is going to be unsupported as well. Actually, in October 16th, Microsoft Office 2016 will no longer be supported. So you'll want to make sure that you're updating those versions of Microsoft Office so that you can get the latest updates. There's also Adobe has their June patch actually covers 254 CVEs, or common vulnerabilities and exploits, 225 XSS flaws in one fix. So this is a massive amount of flaws, and one of these flaws actually will allow code execution when you're previewing a file in an email. So there's Adobe Reader has 10 flaws, allowing open and own RCE, or remote code execution. InDesign and InCopy have critical code execution bugs. There's no active exploits yet, but hey, you know what? It's going to happen soon. The updates are out there. You want to make sure that you're getting out there, that you're getting the updates installed. Now, I'm going to actually switch over to a full screen. I'm going to show you the steps that you can go through to actually install these updates. So we're going to switch over. We'll show you first Microsoft. We're going to click on the start button. Now, what you're going to want to look for is a gear. If you're running Windows 10, that's going to be right above the start button. If you're running Windows 11, it will be on the start menu. I have grouped a lot of my pinned apps, And so mine are actually inside of a utilities folder. So you're looking for this cog or gear, and you're going to want to go into there. You're going to want to click on Windows Update, and then you're going to want to check for updates. Now, if you haven't installed the updates yet, they will actually probably already be here. But I installed mine already, and we'll talk about how you can automatically get these installed here a little bit later. But so we're just clicking on checking for updates. If it does find an update, it will give me an option to install it. Typically, you see this little icon here. Typically, if your computer installs that, typically you'll see that little icon pop up in the lower right down here near the clock. And by the way, it did find an update for Windows Defender Antivirus, and it's installing that. But in the lower right near the clock, you'll see that symbol, and that'll indicate that the update has been installed, and you need to actually reboot your computer to make sure that the update is completed. So Windows Defender Antivirus doesn't require a reboot, and some of the updates don't require a reboot, but the updates for many of the security updates do require a Windows reboot. And what happens is part of the update is installed while you're in Windows. And then as your computer is shutting down, additional components or elements of the update are installed. And then as your computer comes back up, additional elements are installed and completed, so that when you get back up into Windows, your Windows is fully and completely updated. Now, we actually do provide managed services, and with our managed services clients, all of our managed services clients have automated patching. That we actually run patches on their computers automatically. So we have software, and that software twice a day is looking for Windows updates, and this would include also updates to Microsoft Office if you have a supported version of Microsoft Office. And in addition to that, on average every 4 hours, we're looking to updates to other programs such as Google Chrome and Firefox. Last week we talked about a Google Chrome zero-day threat. These happen. They happen on a regular basis. These browsers, whether it's Chrome or Firefox or Edge, periodically they're going to have zero-day threats. Well, you know what? You could actually try to stay tuned to that. Try to hope that you find out about it and make sure that you update it yourself manually, or you can actually sign up for a Faster PC's. You can actually sign up for a Faster PC's managed services. So in addition to getting remote support, in addition to getting in-shop support, and we do have plans that offer on-site support as well, in addition to getting all of that help, we also have patch management where you don't even have to worry about this. The patches are just installed automatically for you, and you can actually, those Adobe Reader updates, we're looking for those updates on average every 4 hours. We're also looking for updates to programs. Well, we're looking for updates to the Windows Security, that Windows Defender or Windows Security. We're looking for those updates every hour. I'm going to switch back over to a full screen. I'm going to show you how you can update Adobe. So we're going to click the Start button again, and we're looking for Adobe Creative Cloud. So if you have Adobe Creative Cloud, this is where you'll get this update. And what you're going to want to do is go into Adobe Creative Cloud, and then you're going to want to actually look for updates. And so you see here there's an updates right over here, and we have the updates available. Now you can actually check for updates. You can also turn on automated updates. I'll show you that in just a minute. My software has Adobe updates, automated updates turned on automatically. So by default, I'm automatically going to get those updates installed. You see it's checking for updates. If it finds any updates, it'll let me know about those. But these all updated. Many of these updated in the last little bit. Some of these updated even today. But you can click here, Manage Auto Updates, and just make sure that all of your auto updates are selected and that those are installed. so that what will happen is as updates come out, the Adobe software, as long as you have it running at startup, it will actually automatically install those updates. Now, if you do have Adobe Reader, maybe you don't subscribe to the full version of Adobe software, well, the Adobe Reader, you'll want to make sure that that is updated as well. And again, our managed clients get these updates automatically. So again, twice a day, we're looking for updates to Windows Security. One of those times, really at midnight, we actually automate a reboot if necessary. We don't automate a reboot in the middle of the day because, hey, people are working, and you can, if you have time, you could reboot to get that update installed yourself. But we don't want to disturb people during the middle of the day. So we have those updates that happen, and then on average every 4 hours we're looking for updates to programs such as Google Chrome, Firefox, Zoom, Adobe Reader, and you want to make sure that these updates, especially when there's a 0-day threat, make sure that those are protected and installed as quickly as possible. And then every hour looking for updates to Windows Security. Now, if you're out there and you're saying, you know what, I don't really have the time to keep track of all this and try to install this myself, how do I get signed up with your managed services? Well, give us a call, 772-878-5978, or go to our website, afasterpc.com, and sign up for a free discovery call, and we can actually discuss making sure that your system is protected.
You're listening to a Faster PC radio heard on this station every Saturday in the 10 o'clock hour. We're going to take a quick break, but we'll be right back for the final segment of today's show. Listen, if you want to get your computer questions answered and you haven't called in, now's your opportunity. In fact, this is your last opportunity coming up, 772-340-1590, 772-340-1590. You can also head over to our Facebook page, and you can actually, from the Facebook page, you can type your computer questions into the comment section of the live video, and we'll cover them on today's show. But you know what? You've got to get over there right now, or give us a call, 772-340-1590, so we can answer your computer questions. Computer problems? You need a faster PC. This is Brian Longworth, host of A Faster PC Radio, where we answer your computer questions for free every Saturday from 10 to 11 a.m. But it gets even better than that.
Now, wait a minute. How could it possibly get any better than that?
Yes, Cliff. A Faster PC has technicians standing by every Saturday ready to work on your computer.
Wait a minute. Technicians standing by on a Saturday?
Well, Cliff, A Faster PC has technicians standing by Monday through Friday for standard and emergency service, both in-shop and on-site. That means you can bring your computer to A Faster PC, or A Faster PC can come to you. And if you need computer service in a hurry, we offer emergency service both in-shop and on-site. We can handle anything from software installs, viruses, spyware, to multi-site VPN networking. Computer problems?
You need a faster PC.
A Faster PC, conveniently located at 7186 South US 1, Port St. Lucie, and on the web at afasterpc.com. For more information, call 878-5978. 878-5978. Computer problems? You need a Faster PC.
Microsoft has announced that they are ending support for Windows 10 October 14, 2025. If you continue to use Windows 10 after that point, your computer will be susceptible to security vulnerabilities. A Faster PC can upgrade most computers to Windows 11, even if Microsoft has told you that your computer isn't compatible, and we can even do so remotely without you needing to bring your computer in. Don't be a sitting duck for hackers. Let a Faster PC upgrade your computer. Computer problems?
You need a faster PC.
When you need to protect your computer from hackers,
You need a faster PC.
A Faster PC is located at 7190 South US 1 in Port St. Lucie, next to Dollar General.
and on the web at
www.fastpc.com.
that's www.afasterpc.com. Computer problems?
Don't you know by now you need a faster PC?
For more information, call 772-878-5978. Welcome back to A Faster PC Radio. This is the last segment of today's show. We'd love to answer your computer questions, but if you don't call, we can't answer. Give us a call. The number to have your computer question answered is 772-340-1590, 772-340-1590, or you can hop on over to our Facebook page, A Faster PC, and actually from there, you can type your question into the comment section. So again, just a few more minutes to answer your questions. We did want to remind you also that not only can you ask questions at the Facebook page or by calling 772-340-1590, but you can also watch the video as well. So some of the questions that I'm answering, as I answer those questions, I'll be able actually to show you the steps that you go through to resolve computer problems. And if you're not where you can watch it right now, that's fine. You can watch it at your convenience shortly after the show's over. It'll be up there on our Facebook page. You can get there one of two ways. Either go to our website, afasterpc.com. We have a link that says listen to a Faster PC radio. If you click on that, it'll take you to our Facebook page, or go to Facebook and search for a Faster PC. We also wanted to remind you that in the shop we have technicians standing by today to work on computers and resolve computer problems. We're at 7190 South US 1, and our number in the office is 772-878-5978. And of course, we're here to answer your questions. Well, your computer questions, and we could answer other questions, but we're here specifically to answer computer questions. Computer problems? You need a Faster PC.
Yes, you do, and we are back ready to answer your computer, technical, streaming, and cybersecurity questions. We do have a few things that we're going to talk about in this segment, and most likely we'll be rolling this out to a bonus segment for those that are watching the live stream. You can head over to our Facebook page, our YouTube channel. You can get the links to both of those at our website. Click on the link at the top that says Live Technical Support. On the right-hand side, it shows various ways that you can watch and listen to a Faster PC live technical support. So what I think we're going to do next, we do have a question that did come in on Facebook, and we're going to answer that. But first, we're going to go over the biggest and most critical cyber threats that are out there so that you can be aware. So because I want to make sure that we get this in, and then we'll go over the question that came in on Facebook. We'll go over that, is how to transfer photos from your phone over to your computer. And so we'll go over that. There's a few different ways that you can do that, and we'll go over all of that so that you can have that and probably roll that out to a special video as well. So, but first, the cyber threat rundown. So imagine this. Hackers steal your company's secrets from Microsoft 365 Copilot without clicking a single link, or brute force the phone number tied to your Google account in seconds. These aren't hypotheticals. They're actually real threats, unpatched threats happening right now. And we're actually going to show you the dark side of AI today and cloud security. So first up, Microsoft's AI just got caught leaking sensitive data into a terrifying zero-click exploit called Echo Leak. This actually has a CVE, or Common Vulnerability and Exploit number 2025-32711. Researchers found that hackers could embed malicious prompts in emails or documents. When Copilot processes them, boom, it accidentally spills internal Outlook and SharePoint data. No user interaction is actually needed. By the way, you need to have protection when you're using AI. AI can be useful, but you need to have some protection. So Microsoft patched it, but this fall scores a 9.3 CVSS severity rating, proving that AI systems need way stricter guardrails. Google accounts, there's a Google account recovery flaw, and this is a brute forcing of your phone number. So what's happening here? Researcher Brutcat exposed a Google flaw, letting attackers brute force the full phone number linking to any Google account. How? By abusing a depreciated account's recovery page, missing critical protections. Combined with Google's Looker Studio, the hackers could unlock your number in 5 seconds flat, opening the door to SIM swapping and worse. So you need to take steps and protect yourself. Google has fixed this, but it has only paid $5,000 for this privacy nuke. Salesforce has a hidden 0-day and rogue NPM packages. So meanwhile, Salesforce Industry Cloud has 5 0-day threats and 15 misconfigurations, many in healthcare and finance. But the real shocker, there's 2 NPM packages, Express API Sync and System Health Sync API, that were caught hiding backdoors that wiped entire systems when triggered. So you always want, whenever you're using software, you want to make sure that you're vetting the open source dependencies that are there. And watch out for Salesforce. Make sure that you're addressing this attack and this threat here. We talk about hackers, and one of the things people talk about sometimes is, why do hackers do what they do? Well, let me tell you, it's a business, and sometimes it's more than a business. The hackers are actually state-sponsored. And state-sponsored hackers are actually abusing ChatGPT and Secure Boot Crisis. So OpenAI just banned Russian, Chinese, and Iranian hackers caught using ChatGPT to code malware and plan cyber attacks. And if that's not enough, a secure boot flaw lets attackers install bootkit malware on almost any PC. You want to make sure that you're installing the patches now and making sure that you're getting protected here. One of the things we do talk about when we talk about these threats, and we go over and talk about this, these threats can be confusing, and you can say, hey, you know what, I don't even know where to start, or I don't really understand how to address this. I don't understand how to protect myself. And whether you're a company, whether you're a medical office, a dental office, whether you're an accountant office or an attorney's office, whether you have a nonprofit, whether you just have a home office, or you're even a residential client, a Faster PC does provide managed services, including advanced cybersecurity. And with our advanced cybersecurity, we can actually go in and we can actually protect your computers. We can make sure that your systems are as protected as they can possibly be for these types of threats. And we can also make sure that the updates, we're automating many of the updates to Windows. We're automating updates to third-party software as well, and making sure, and where we can't automate, we're going in and manually installing those updates as they come out. So if you're out there, you're thinking, hey, you know what? I want to make sure that I have this protection. I want to make sure that I am protected. You want to give us a call, 772-878-5978, 772-878-5978, or head over to our website, we have a link where you can actually sign up for a free discovery call. And with that free discovery call, we can discuss your situation. Now we're going to the lines. And by the way, stay tuned after the show's over on our live stream. We will continue because we're probably not going to get into how to transfer files from a phone to the computer on the radio, but we will do that on our stream. And we're going to the lines. We have David on the line. Welcome to a Faster PC Live Technical Support, David. How can we help you today?
Hi, Brian. I've got a question about a Windows 11 update. I've got a 2019 Dell computer. I've upgraded from 10 to 11, and all is working just fine. But in about 2 weeks ago, there is a update to Windows 11. Remember, I'm on Windows 11 already, but there's an update. And I can download it, but then when I go to install it, it tells me I do not have enough room and wants me to hook up an external drive. And that sounds like way more than what I want to do. So my quick question is, what do you think?
Yeah, so the thing is, Windows updates, and it probably is a feature update. So a feature update will take you to the next version of Windows. And there were multiple versions of feature updates for Windows 10. And so far, there have been 3 versions or 3 feature updates to Windows 11. The initial was 22H2, and then they came out with 23H2. And the most current is 24H2. I would imagine, you keep up with that pattern, you're probably going to have 25H2 very soon. So these feature updates, they do require a certain amount of free space. Typically, you're going to have about 30 gigabytes of free space. Now, if your computer is almost full, you really need to do something to address that. Either you need a bigger drive, or maybe you have some things on the drive that are not actually needed. We actually were working with WCNO, a radio station, and they were running out of space on one of their computers. And we actually had to uninstall some software on their system to even get our remote support software on there so that we could get on there and look at it. But when we did, what we found is that they had a 500 gigabyte drive, and they had over 400 gigabytes of temp files. Now, these are files that some program created and should have deleted. They're just temporary files, so they should have been deleted automatically, but for some reason they weren't deleted. And so we were able to get in there, we were able to clean up those files and get rid of those files so that the drive was clean. And then we had to reinstall the software that they needed to use, like Zoom, so that people could connect and do shows and such. And then they were able to have the space necessary to go ahead and install the various updates that they needed to install. So it's possible that your drive is full and you just need a bigger drive. It's also possible that you have actually some drives that, maybe there's some files that you don't actually need. And what I can do, I can actually show real quick. I'll switch over to a full screen. I'll launch Windows Explorer. You do that by either clicking on the manila file folder on the bottom, or actually holding down the Windows key and pressing E. And I'm going to go to this PC on the left and left click. Now I'm going to right click on the C drive and go down to Properties and left click. This is going to launch a dialog box here. And what I can do is I can actually click on, let's see here, I'm going to actually click on Details over here. And when I click on Details, it shows various options. And this is a newer version of Windows 11. On the older versions of Windows 11 and Windows 10, you actually have a cleanup, and you can actually clean up the drive there. But in Windows 11, you actually see it actually is breaking out various components and how much data each of these is taking up. And you can actually clean up certain portions of this, and you can see it actually takes a while for it to actually go in and search. But, there's certain portions of this, temporary files. You see I have 3.95 gigabytes. Now, if I had, let's say in the case, if I had so many more files, maybe 400 gigabytes or something, I'd want to get rid of those. This is not a lot of these, but I can actually just go in here and remove these files. Again, with Windows, the earlier versions of Windows, you're going to have a disk cleanup option, and you're going to be able to go in and do that. Now, if you need any help with any of that, you can definitely give us a call, 772-878-5978, 772-5978, or go to our website, click on the live technical support. We do have links where you can schedule a remote or an in-shop or on-site session. We can help you there. There's a form you can fill out as well. So, we want to help you. When you have computer problems, you need a faster PC.
We're coming to the end of today's show, but if you've missed any part of the show, want to listen to or watch it again, or want to share it with your friends, head over to our website, afasterpc.com, and look at the top of the page. Right in the middle, there's a red button that says Live Technical Support. Click on that button. On the left-hand side, you'll see various ways that you can actually request live technical support from a Faster PC's technicians. On the right-hand side, you'll see how you can listen to and watch a Faster PC live technical support, including on the radio, on the TuneIn app, on your Alexa or Google speakers, and on our podcast, as well as links to both our YouTube channel and our Facebook page, where you'll not only be able to hear the show, but also see the show. We also have links to our YouTube channel's video page, where you can watch individual segments, and then also our shorts page, where you can watch little snippets of a Faster PC live technical support. We're open today until 2 p.m. Monday through Friday, we're open from 9 to 5, and next Saturday, we'll be open from 9 to 2. We want to invite you to listen to our church radio show tomorrow morning here on WPSL at 10 a.m. You can listen to other sermons on our church website, covenanttabernacle.com, or our church YouTube channel, Covenant Tabernacle World Outreach Center. If you have any computer questions for next week's show, you can type those into the comment section of our live videos over at YouTube and Facebook. Again, you can get the links to both of those by clicking on the live technical support button at our website, the top middle, and you can request live technical support on that page as well. Computer problems?
Don't you know by now you need a faster PC?
One of the biggest problems we face in America today is absentee fathers. Many children are growing up today without a father in the home. It was Barack Obama who told us what happens when you remove a father from the home. You're 9 times more likely to end up in prison, 6 times more likely to drop out of high school, 12 times more likely to live a life of poverty. It's time we return to doing things God's way.
WPSL, Port St. Lucie.
All right, so we're continuing the live stream over here on, this is a bonus segment of a Faster PC live technical support. And we are heard every Saturday in the 10 o'clock hour. And occasionally we have too many questions to get on the regular show. So we're rolling this out to a special separate segment. And what we have here is we have Leslie from Facebook watching the video live on Facebook ask this. Please describe how to install Apple phone photos onto an HP laptop. Thank you. And so what we're doing here, we're going to I'll actually demo this and show you. There are a few different ways to do this. You can connect your phone directly to your computer, and you can use the photo app. There are other apps that you can actually copy your photos onto your computer. In addition to that, you can use cloud storage such as Google Photos, Apple iCloud. I'll show you that way to do it as well, and or even Microsoft OneDrive. So I'll show you those ways that you can do it as well. So let me switch over to a full screen, and we'll just actually first of all, you've got your phone and you want to actually connect it to your computer. If you're going to use the computer connection method, you want to actually connect this to your computer using a USB cable. So a USB cable, this is the same cable you use to charge your phone, and typically what you can do is you can take the actual cable that you would use to charge your phone, pull it out of the charger, and most likely your computer will have, that'll be a USB port on the end, most likely, if it does detach from the charger. Occasionally some of them don't, but many of them will detach from the charger. If it does detach from the charger, then it's going to have a USB end on the side that plugs into the charger. That would go into the computer. Now, there are a few different types of USB ports on computers. The older style, which is the bigger style. Let me get you, I have here, well, so this size here is USB-A, and that's the more common USB. But the newer phones have actually USB-C. And some of your cables might have USB-A ends on the side that plugs into the charger, or USB-C on the side that plugs into the charger. I actually have a USB-C plug on this one on the side that goes into the charger. This one actually is plugged. I have a USB-C port on my computer. If you don't have those ports, there are adapters that adapt from USB-A to C or vice versa. But what we're going to do is we're going to plug this into the computer. Now, when I plug it into the computer, first of all, I'm going to have to unlock. And you see here, your USB device might need more power. The PC might not provide enough power for this device. So what pops up on my phone right off the bat, and this will happen on a iPhone, and an Android phone will be a little bit different, but it's going to be very similar. On my phone, it's actually asking me, do I trust this computer? So I actually have to click trust, and then it's going to ask me for my passcode. So, and to enter your passcode, you do have to do this to get the trust of the system, so that your iPhone knows that it's okay to allow the computer to access your phone. Because the thing is, there's some sensitive information there. You do want to be always cautious. If you plug your phone, like let's say into an airport charging port, those can be dangerous because they can actually be not just charging ports. There could actually be a device that's capturing information. You want to be very cautious about that, and only allow or trust a computer that you actually trust. You wouldn't do this on someone else's computer. You would only do it on your computer. Now, you're going to want to unlock the phone, and typically you'll have to do that. And then you can actually go in and you want to look for the Photos app. So the Photos app will work with, and you see my computer's asking me, Apple iPhone, choose what happens when you launch this device. So I could actually go over here, and I could actually, well, let me see. That message went away. But you can actually choose a default app to open if you want to. What we're going to do is we're going to go into Photos. And there are a number of photo applications that we could use, but we're going to use Photos, and we're going to click on Import. Now, when we click on Import here, we're going to click Apple iPhone. Now, again, if you had an Android phone, it'd be Android phone. If you have an Apple iPad, that's what you'd be looking at. So you see, it's bringing through pictures that I have on my phone and bringing these in, and I could actually choose any of these pictures. And, we take pictures of people's computers, we take pictures of their batteries, we take pictures of all kinds of things, including pictures of myself running. And, if you wonder why I looked a little bit strained, well, that's at the end of a run. So at the end of a run, I may look like, like I've had enough there. And, we were at a graduation, so there's pictures, pictures from shopping where I asked my wife, hey, do you want me to buy this? Sometimes there's pictures that were just taken accidentally. So, I could select all of them here. I could select the new ones. I can actually bring these into into my phone or into my computer if I wanted to. Let's say I just want to bring one of these pictures into my phone. And what I can do here, let me just find one. So we actually bowl, my wife and I bowl also. So let's say I want to bring this picture in. So I would just click on this picture, and then I'm going to click add one item. I'm just going to click this. Now it's going to ask me where I want to put this file. Now it's going to put it into Faster PC Pictures. I can click import, and it's actually going to bring that in. Now typically there also can be, some of the programs do have settings where you can actually choose to delete the photo from the phone if you want to. If you no longer want it on the phone, you can actually do that so that it's not there. But if you want it in both places, then the program is smart enough to know that it already brought that photo in, so it's not going to give me the option of bringing that photo in if I were to choose new in the future. Now the other thing you can do is you can use Apple iCloud or Google Photos or Microsoft OneDrive to actually back up your photos from your phone, from your device, whether it's your phone or your tablet, iPad, iPhone, Android phone, or Android tablet. And if you're using an Android, probably Google Photos makes sense because it's a Google device. If you're using iPhone, the iCloud makes sense because you can actually pay a certain amount of money to Google. By the way, they'll give you free storage for, I believe, up to 15 gigabytes that Apple does, and Google does the same. I know Google's is 15. I believe it's 15 for Apple as well. If you need more than that, you can pay $1 a month. I think $1 a month is maybe 50 gigabytes. You can go up to 100 or 200 gigabytes depending on the plan, for a little bit more money. They do have others, if you have even more than that. But really what can happen is you can automatically back up your phone as well as backing up your photos with this service. And if you're under the free amount, you just go on with that. You don't have to pay anything. If you are not under the free amount, if you have more than what the free amount would be, then you actually would just be paying a certain amount of money. It's not very much. Again, $1 a month. Most people can afford $1 a month, maybe $2 a month if you have a lot of storage. I think on mine, I pay $1 a month. My wife has to pay $2 a month because she's a hoarder of photos. I can tell you that. Hopefully she didn't hear me say that, but she is. Anyway, and she's kind of laughing in the background. But anyway, let me just switch over and show you. If you have the iCloud photos on set up and your phone is backing up this way, you can also install the iCloud Photos app. And I have mine installed, and you see it's right here, iCloud. So I can click there, and I can actually turn on iCloud Photos. So what I can do here is with my photos, it's really cool. My phone photos will automatically come over to the computer, and I can actually view these in Microsoft Photos. If I click right here, it'll actually show me those photos, and I'll be able actually to see those photos. And also, in addition to that, I can actually put a photo on my computer in the iCloud photo. And you see, I actually took screenshots on how, where it was saying, do you trust this device? I actually took a screenshot of that so that you guys could see that. And I also took a screenshot of having to enter my device passcode. So again, I can show that as well, to you, so that you can see what it's actually asking for. So I could actually drop a photo into this folder, and that photo would come over to my phone as well. Now I can tell you that I do this when I do Google, when I actually create shorts for YouTube. Now, some people aren't gonna get into this, but let's say you create shorts for YouTube, and you create a custom thumbnail, and you want that thumbnail to be displayed on that short. Well, you can't do that from the computer. On a full video, you can do it from a computer, but you can't do it on a short. So what I do is I edit the video so that the first frame is at that video or that photo, that thumbnail that I want, and then I put it into that file on the iCloud Photos file or folder on my computer, and it automatically comes over to my phone. And then from my phone, I'm then able to actually upload it to YouTube and select that frame so that frame is the thumbnail. So that's a little hack if you're out there and you're wondering, how do you get a custom thumbnail on a YouTube short? That's how you do it. But this will also, again, get those photos over to your computer, and they automatically come over, which is really neat. And I can tell you the newer iPhones, when you take a photo and then you go to access that photo, it automatically goes up to iCloud, and it's freeing up space on your phone itself. It's not even on your phone if you're using iCloud backup. If you need to access it, or you want to share it, you want to send it to social media, or maybe I use a running app and I'll put a picture from there. That's why I take the pictures. I add the picture to the actual run, the actual workout on my app. It actually downloads that photo from the iCloud, even though it was taken on my phone just a few minutes earlier. It offloads it, gets it up to iCloud, so it's not taking up space on my phone. That's a setting you can have on your phone, and that just frees up space so that you don't run out of space, so that even if you are a hoarder, well, you can get away with it to some extent, because you're not going to have a situation where you're running out of storage space. So hopefully that answers your question, Leslie. And you can actually, there's a few different ways of doing it. For those that are using Android phones, again, you can use Google Photos, do the same thing. If you're out there and you have a subscription to Microsoft 365, whether it's a personal version or a business version, you could also use OneDrive and get those photos over into OneDrive. Use OneDrive to back up your photos, and then they would automatically come over to your OneDrive on your computer if you choose to have them do it. So that's another topic for the future. We'll go over OneDrive more in the future and how it can manage some of those files for you. But listen, until next week, you want to tune in. Remember, when you have computer problems, you need a Faster PC live technical support. You can give us a call between now and next week, 772-878-5978, 772-878-5978. You can also go to our website at fasterpc.com. Again, a fasterpc.com. And in addition to that, at our website, we do have various forms. You can even schedule remote support, in-shop labor, and on-site labor, where we come to you, or where you come to us, or where we help you out remotely. Just go to our website, click on the link, a Faster PC, or for live technical support, right at the top of the page, right in the middle, and you can actually see that. And we also have all the links where you can watch the various ways that you can watch this show and the individual videos over there as well. So remember, when you have computer problems, you need